I feel like Ektar 100 should be one of my favorite film stock. I mean, I love fine grain, clean image, and vibrant colors. That's exactly what Ektar 100 offers, right? But why? Why do I just not enjoy shooting with this film stock? Over the past 2 years, I've shot in total of 4 rolls of Ektar 100 before I finally decided to make this video. I still remember my first time shooting with this film. Those heavy magenta tone left some impression, especially when I underexposed them. But knowing me, I kept telling myself, one day I will figure this film out. I will conquer it. But every time I bring this film out with me, I always end up choosing other film stock over this one. So this time, I forced myself to pack nothing but Ektar 100 for a recent trip to Ocean City, Maryland. In my mind, I imagined capturing some stunning beach scenes, like colorful umbrellas, golden sunlight, vibrant blue ocean water. Spoiler alert, none of that happened. It starts to rain. We have to get out of here now. Instead, it was cloudy, rainy, and, well, not exactly the dream scenario I had planned. Alright, I'm wondering if I did it wrong. Maybe I should try it on the other side. We just found out is this L-shaped bracket. To be able to mount this on my camera, I either cannot crank if I mount it on this side, or I have to lose my grip. We just have to hold it. So hey guys, this is Sam. Welcome to another episode of The Battle of Sam versus her new tripod, featuring Ektar 100. For this trip, I brought along my trusty Pentax 672 paired with a brand new L bracket to mount my camera vertically. Both of the tripod and the bracket were fresh out of the box, and let's just say figuring out how to use them wasn't exactly a smooth process. Here's the thing. Ektar 100 being a 100 ISO film, on a cloudy day, it's just too slow to shoot handheld, especially when I'm trying to close down the aperture for landscape. With the Pentax 7 being a beast of a camera, I had no choice but to set it up on a big and sturdy tripod every single time. And that right there is the very first reason I do not enjoy shooting with low ISO film. It's just not quick and versatile. If I see something happening real quick and if I don't have time to set up my tripod, I'll just miss the shot. And I'm also so afraid of approaching people to ask for a portrait when I'm using this film, when I'm using a tripod, because I worry if I would take too long to set up. Alright, we are back in the car. I took 7 shots before it starts to rain. I don't think today is a good day to test out my Ektar 100. Everything is on the tripod and it's a new tripod. It takes so long for me to set it up. We're heading back. Tomorrow we have another day off. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. Why is the rain always follow me everywhere? I guess that's the trade-off. You get the incredibly fine grain and the stunning detail, but you will sacrifice the speed and the convenience. And for someone like me who would love to shoot it on the go, it's a tough pill to swallow. The next day, we had another day off, and one of our local coworkers suggested us visit a national park to see some wild horses. By then, I was so defeated by the gloomy weather. Oh my god, this horse is pooping! I had been hoping for a bright, sunny, beach weather to really test this film out. But funny enough, while I'm editing this video a couple of weeks later, I realized the weather wasn't so bad after all. Those dramatic clouds would have looked pretty good in a wide angle shot. But all I had with my Pentax 6.7 was my 105mm prime lens. I just couldn't see the composition I wanted while I was there. Look at me, I look so lost. That being said, I do like how these photos turned out. They're clean, the colors are well balanced, and I don't notice much of the magenta undertone that often show up with the Ektar 100. Alright, we got ourselves a little map. We got into the national park. It's $25. And we're just gonna keep driving and see if we see any horses. The table! There's a table in the shot! We did eventually spot some wild horses, but there was this white picnic wooden table stuck right in the middle of my frame. It just ruined the scene for me. I waited for the horses to move away from the table, but they seems to love that spot. So I just stood there for about 20 minutes watching them eat and poop. Alright, this little horsey is standing right in the middle of the road. Oh, hello horsies. Hello. In total, I think we saw maybe 4 or 5 horses. 3 of them were on our way out. That magical scene of wild horses running across the white sand beach didn't happen for us. Probably because it was too cold and too windy. According to the locals, they're more active on the beach during the summer. On our way back, we stopped by a marketplace and I grabbed a few more shots. All of the photos in this video were developed and scanned by the same lab I used last year when I was back in China. Oh, and that's right, I'm in China right now, you can see from the different setup. The reds in this photo came out pretty vibrant. They were scanned on a Nerutu 1800 scanner. I didn't even do much editing at all, so this is straight out of the lab. Finally, on the last day, the sun came out. That's right. It's always like that. It's always like that. This truck here looks so cool, but I just don't think it photographs very well. The way the light hits it right now, it just doesn't. And also I can't really back out much. I took one last photo before we left, and honestly, I liked how the color looks with even just a little bit of sunlight. Speaking of sunlight, after I got back to Laolei, I shot another roll of Ektar 100 on a bright sunny day, just like how I wanted it. That's when I started to really understand this film's character compared to Portrait 400, which has amazing ability to handle overexposure, like up to 3 to 4 stops even, while maintaining a natural looking tone. Ektar 100 demands more precision exposure. Portrait is all about the ease of use and flexibility, while Ektar 100 really shines in even lit scene with rich, vibrant color, and it shows ultra fine grain. Ektar just doesn't handle overexposure or underexposure as good as Portrait. So, overall, this film is a high saturation, fine grain stock that's optimized for vibrant color and crisp detail in well-lit condition. My conclusion is, I think I need another camera with interchangeable back so I can pick and choose. And this is Sam. I will see you next time. Bye!